China's rescue teams continue to save lives after the earthquake. And for more on this, let's go now to Einar Tangen. He's the Senior Fellow at the Taihe Institute. Good to see you again, Einar. What's the feeling like in China at the moment, given that, this earthquake was so close to the border? Is there sense that, that it could happen in China too?
Well, Sally, I think it's less about it could happen in China. It has happened in China. Wuhan and other Tanshan earthquake. These are things that people remember. And it has nothing to do with being on the border. It has to do with being in the region. These are countries that share values, organizations, and trade. This is a real disaster. And this is something that, as you were talking about this, talk is one thing. But talk won't save lives. You have 72 hours in order to make a difference. And China has been there since almost immediately after the quake. They were mobilizing teams. They've sent the most money. And even tiny Hong Kong has sent more than the EU and the US. It's not competitive, but it goes to this issue about regionalism.
Yeah, as you say, Chinese teams arrived 18 hours after the quake, and more than 400 Chinese personnel are now on the ground in the region. Can you talk a little bit about, the support that China has offered Myanmar and the relationship between the two countries?
Sally, as I pointed out, it's this critical 72-hour window, especially because of the extreme heat and humidity. People will literally die of thirst if they're not found very, very, very quickly. So it is really important to be there almost immediately, to have and be prepared. You can't just be standing around looking for a hotel. The Chinese teams, according to everybody who's been involved, have been active. They've been on the ground. They've had mobilized equipment, and they've made huge personal sacrifices in order, in terms of danger, to go in and do what they do best, which is emergency relief.
And we know that China has announced $14 million in assistance. Of course, this comes off the back of when the US is cutting their funding to vital humanitarian agencies. What do we know about how these funds will be used?
Well, this is just the beginning. I mean, there are going to be reconstruction efforts. This is just simply to try to stabilize the situation, like the Red Cross. I mean, even Ireland is putting more in than the entire EU. Great Britain, because of their past, have put in. But the U.S. is noticeable because they've spent more time defending the cuts to USAID and their inability to actually act. I mean, they've talked about donating $2 million at some time in the future. There are no rescue teams on the ground. They're not doing anything. And this is going to be remembered. I mean, friendship is based on trust, and trust is based on when I need you, will you be there?
All right, we'll leave it there. Einar Tangen, really appreciate your time.
Thank you.